Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to another disturbing episode of Surviving P. Diddy. Surviving P. Diddy. Oh my God. Now, I done told you guys that all week there would be more lawsuits coming out. More lawsuits, more victims, more alleged victims coming forth. Now, I want to tell everybody from the door, I always tell y'all to smash that like button. Soon as y'all come in the building, YouTube has to know that you guys are present and y'all are in the house this afternoon. Orlando Brown. I'm gonna have to say allegedly, of course, because I don't know if Orlando Brown is going through an addiction rant, if he's high, if he's I don't know. And I do not want to be judgmental and say, okay, Orlando Brown may be trolling. He may be trolling. You know what I mean? He said Diddy gave him the ooshkosh mooshkosh or whatever the hell that is. I heard it's like a sexual a ritual thing. It's like when you buck naked in a hotel and you're in a sexual wrestling match or whatever, the ooshkosh mooshkosh. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. But allegedly Orlando Brown is filing or filed a corruption of a minor lawsuit on P. Diddy. This is allegedly. I went over there on Twitter. I don't know if that's Orlando Brown, the real Orlando Brown on Twitter, talking about he's doing the corruption of a minor on P. Diddy, but I have to bring it to you guys because I've been hearing shit about Orlando Brown for a long time. I just never said anything because I thought that the boy, was in recovery. He was in the road to recovery. And I know that the boy come from Nickelodeon, Hannah Montana, and all that type of stuff. And I watched Orlando Brown. I watched his career pretty much go down a dark path. Now, I don't know if it was because he was surviving P. Diddy, but I heard him say stuff about Jay-Z. I heard Orlando Brown say stuff about a lot of people. And most of the time when Orlando Brown is saying shit, everybody say, oh, it's the drugs again. He's back on that motherfucking super bass. He's back smoking crack out of Pepsi cans. But I don't want to judge him. I do not want to judge him and say he's back smoking crack out of Pepsi cans. Because if the boy was allegedly corrupted as a minor to turn him into what's going on, I just got to bring it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And my heart goes out to Orlando. If you really went through this. You know what I'm saying? Because you said a lot about a lot of celebrities, dude. You said a whole lot. And I looked at you and just thought you was a weird motherfucker. You know what I mean? You went and turned your eyes into cat eyes. You went on Dr. Phil and was saying real bizarre stuff. And I don't know if it's Hollywood that got you like that. Salute to everybody coming in the building. Bronzo, Emily, Lady B, Queen Star. Orlando Brown is spilling the tea, guys. Orlando Brown, corruption of a minor, filed. He either filed it or allegedly filing it now. And I'm not even surprised, though. I'm not surprised. The boy grew up in the industry. But if P. Diddy is not to blame, okay, you can't just blame P. Diddy. But if you saying that you filing it on P. Diddy and this is not you just ranting or you just, you know what I mean? Because I never know what to believe with Orlando. Orlando Brown is not from Hannah Montana. He played on That's So Raven. Okay, thank you so much, Lady B. Because I don't, you know what I mean? I just know he was a Nickelodeon boy. I remember when he was fat. When he was fat and he was lovable and the motherfucker was super talented. You know what I mean? Before he went crazy, before he started making like awful rap music and shit like that, that's when I knew. I said, Orlando Brown got to be going through something. If he put out one more awful rap song, I couldn't take it at the time. I'm like, what is going on with him? Because usually when you're going through something, you start to lash out and do different things. Like he wanted to become a rapper. And I was like, yo, you're a great actor. You're a great child star. What happened to you? But Orlando Brown, he's been speaking out for a long time. Like, I'm kind of late. You know what I mean? The goose mash. Have you ever had somebody give you the ooshkosh mooshkosh? That's a crazy ass sex move. The ooshkosh mooshkosh. That's like getting fied. Like Hassan Campbell got fired and Orlando Brando got the ooshkosh mooshkosh. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of sexual deviant thing is that? But I don't know if that's the real Orlando Brown on Twitter or if he's if he's just trolling right now. Because he said that he was cool with Diddy. I'm surprised, Orlando. I thought you had some kind of loyalty with P. Diddy. Everybody's throwing this motherfucker under the bus right now. But you know what, Orlando? If you really did go through these things and you feel like corruption, you were corrupted by the industry and Diddy played a part in it, then you know what? We want to get justice for Orlando Brown. We have to get justice for Orlando Brown surviving P. Diddy. We can't just keep saying that it's the drugs. You know what I'm saying? Orlando Brown is sober right now. The man is sober. Y'all see that Orlando Brown was staying at his cousin's house and got strangled out by his own cousin because he couldn't stop him from being so high and just lashing out. The boy was surviving P. Diddy this whole time. This is crazy. There's no way that this boy gonna file a suit like this if this ain't true. It has to be some truth to it. I was looking up Orlando Brown and I was seeing a lot of things he was saying about Diddy, the shit he was saying about Jay-Z, that they both was his aunts. Why would you call you call P. Diddy your aunt and you call Jay-Z your aunt? And he said he had proof to be able to yo, how many more people are coming out in the industry? And we all laughed at Orlando Brown. We all laughed. Some of us was praying and some of us was laughing. When Orlando Brown first came out, I cracked the fuck up. I'm not even gonna lie. I said, there's something wrong with this little motherfucker. You know what I mean? This dude is out of his fucking mind. But it was truth to what the boy was saying. You know what I mean? I believe you, Orlando, and I hope that you stick to sobriety. I hope you stick to sobriety and continue to take your Suboxone. Suboxone helps you wean off of heroin and wean off of drugs. Just do not abuse the Suboxone, Orlando. You gotta take them as needed. You know what I mean? Keep the patch on your arm to help you get off of cigarettes or whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to let people try to say, oh, how you know that Orlando's telling the truth? Diddy ain't do nothing to him. That boy has been twisted out of his fucking mind, living on an emotional roller coaster for the last couple years right now. The boy has been speaking out. And Diddy allegedly tried to silence this motherfucker one time. Because I saw him on what was it, the Cam Capone News interview or whatever, and he changed up his whole story about P. Diddy. He changed his whole story. You know what I mean? And this is before Cassie. So now that Cassie came out, everybody know that the feds are watching. The feds are watching, so we feel safe right now, Diddy. People feel brave. What's her name? Cassie gave everybody courage. You can't go around blowing up people's shit no more because the feds are watching you. Allegedly, they got Diddy's house on surveillance. They got him allegedly on surveillance out there in London. So he's not running. They already know Diddy is out in London trying to find little tunnels and hiding spaces. You know what I mean? Allegedly hiding money. Allegedly trying to cross over to live out there. It's too late. Russell Simmons told you should have ran when Russell ran. You just didn't want to pay Russell Simmons no mind. Laughing at him because he said Indian style and he always had a candle in his motherfucking hand like he was praying or something. Russell was praying to get out in time. You know what I mean? That's why I don't understand why Russell Simmons even coming out trying to defend you, did he? And then 50 Cent just put something else out today, guys. If you go on 50 Cent Instagram, the man be having me cracking up. And everybody say, 50, why you still picking on Diddy? That is personal. That is personal. Diddy has sexually harassed 50 Cent for the longest, begging to put baby oil all on his body. begging to put baby oil all on his body. So if Orlando Brown is telling the truth, because they saying in the corruption of the minor lawsuit, he's supposed to be saying in there that Diddy made him, and it's the same thing Cassie said, that Diddy, when he was young and got dropped off at Diddy's house, you know what I mean, that allegedly, I think he was like 14 or something. He said he used to have to write with magic markers around Diddy's nipples. Like he used to have to like put the circle under dip. All this weird shit that was jaw dropping that's supposed to be in this lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? And I kept getting these DMs on Instagram. I'm like, I'm not reacting to this shit. Orlando Brown is probably high right now. Orlando ain't gonna make me look fucking crazy trying to defend him. You know what I mean? What they say? That's so Raven. All that shit he said about Raven and shit. You know what I mean? Like Orlando Brown was going on a super press run exposing the industry. And like I said, at first I laughed at the boy. I really did. I'm like, I've seen people that I grew up with all my life, you know what I'm saying, that I love, lose their motherfucking mind. You know what I mean? And I'll look at them like, hey, Lord, look, I'm not going to feel bad for you when you got the same opportunities that I got. But if this boy was corrupted as a minor, as a young boy, you know what I mean? Y'all seen what happened to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson didn't have, rest in peace to Michael Jackson, but Michael didn't even have a childhood. You know what I mean? Michael was having pajama parties at 80, 90 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's because he didn't get a chance to live as a kid. So Orlando Brown, I gotta believe, I'm sorry, man. Like I said, this is allegedly, because I don't know if this is Orlando Brown's, if he's trolling, if he's high, if the boy is on the road to recovery. I don't know. You know what I mean? I know Orlando Brown got 3 cuts in his eyebrows trying to wild out. When I saw the 3 cuts in his eyebrows and he was on Dr. Phil, that's when I knew something was wrong, that the industry really did something to this motherfucking boy, in my opinion. He was on Dr. Phil and the boy sound out his fucking mind. You know what I mean? I said, God damn. Like when you go in the industry as a kid, it's like a lot of them end up getting on drugs. A lot of them, you know what I mean? A lot of us got on drugs that wasn't even in the industry. So imagine if you got money and you can get high and you can get tore up as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? We'd be fucked up too. I know for a fact if I was in the industry as a kid, I would have been on E! True Hollywood Story. Oh, they would have been talking about me like a dog. They would have been talking about me like a dog. They would have been making up all kinds of shit. Yeah, I caught him in the car. He had 16 transgenders in the car. Jamil Peterson got caught with a transgender and a bottle of liquor and some cocaine in his pocket. They would have been talking all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? I'm talking about mind-blowing things. Some true, most false. The true shit is, yes, they did find the alcohol, but they didn't find no transgenders. You know what I'm saying? But I know they would have talked about me in Hollywood because I would have been shaking and baking and moving all around Hollywood. You know what I mean? But I don't even want to be, I don't want to be a billionaire. I don't. You know, I don't no more. At first I used to want to, man, but seeing these young stars grow up. Now this boy allegedly filing a corruption of a minor lawsuit. And Diddy, I mean, I don't even know. Like I said, if Orlando Brown is trolling, because I don't got him going into no courthouse. He got too many ties to different people in the industry. And people been praying for Orlando Brown. We all been praying for Orlando Brown. At one point I was. At first, like I told y'all, I laughed at him because he was doing some wild, crazy ass shit. The boy went from the television to out selling TVs and all kinds of stuff that was going on to him with him. I thought it was crazy. But the surviving P. Diddy aspect of life, this is pure D survival. You know what I'm saying? Now, Diddy got all these lawsuits. How many? Like 7 or 8? Orlando Brown, if Orlando Brown really do this shit, that's going to be 8. I'm telling you right now, if I go on Twitter and I don't see that tweet up there, I'm going to know that they done got to you, Orlando. The only person that's standing up and not letting go is 50 Cent. Everybody else, even Usher. Usher, when are you going to come out, dude? Like, we already know, sir. You know what I mean? When are you going to let it burn? You know what I'm saying? Like, but people have certain loyalties to Diddy. We gotta know that there's some truth to all of this shit. But people got loyalty with Diddy. I'm trying to tell you, I'm waiting for Nick Cannon to stop playing around, wilding the fuck out, and tell the goddamn truth. Stop trying to act like you didn't see P. Diddy with doing crazy shit. You grew up in the industry too. You know what I mean? Like Orlando Brown, dude, like I said, I'm praying for you. If you are serious and you really go through with this alleged corruption of a minor lawsuit, I believe you. It's just if you're gonna be able to convince a judge, because I know Diddy's legal team would destroy Orlando Brown on that motherfucking they would destroy him in cross examination. They'll destroy Orlando Brown. They'll plant crack cocaine on him, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? They're gonna say the boy is high. He don't know what he was talking about. He wasn't over there at Diddy's house playing with Usher and toys and other little Justin Biebers and all of them. But we've been hearing about these young boys. At least Orlando Brown. If this alleged corruption of a minor lawsuit, if this is true, at least Orlando Brown didn't say sexual assault. Orlando Brown, he didn't file with sexual assault. He's saying corruption of a minor. That's why I believe him. If he really did this, I believe him because he's saying corruption of a minor. He's pretty much saying his actions was from being around you and other people in the industry. I know this is not just directed to you, but you are the big fish right now. You are the person that's getting sued left and right. And Orlando Brown, I know he ain't got no money right now, like that motherfucking money that he used to have. So he could be trying to come up like, fuck it. Ain't nobody trying to put me in nothing. I'm trying to be a rapper. My music suck. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he want to get more drugs. I don't know. I just don't want to judge him. I want to just pray for Orlando Brown, you know, and especially if he went through this as a kid. Now, he's an adult. Clearly, he's fine now. But mentally, if he really went through all this weird ass shit in Hollywood, and like I said, we saw it with Michael. We saw it with Michael. Michael Jackson was the biggest star that I've ever seen in life. Ever. And I'm not talking about in person. I didn't see Michael in person. If I'd have seen Michael in person, I'd have been like how white people was when they was falling out at the concert. I would have fell the fuck out if I saw Michael Jackson. I would have just burst out. I would have burst out in tears and just fell out. Y'all remember that shit? Michael Jackson had that kind of effect. Motherfuckers was holding people up in the air. People was just fainting. That's how you know. How the fuck is your effect that serious to where a motherfucker look at you and just faint? Like, that's how motherfucking Michael Jackson was. But he didn't get a chance to be a kid from the weird shit that was going on in the industry. And then Papa Joe was out cheating on their mom all the goddamn time. Got them out there singing and dancing and doing all this shit. He bringing their groupies to his hotel to taste on that old pecker. While they out there doing their Jackson 5 shit, Joe Jackson is fucking the groupies, allegedly. That's, you know what I mean? That's spooky. That's some real freak shit that's been going on in the industry. So we can't just turn our back on Orlando Brown right now. Orlando,
at Ford, we know how much you value your time, so let us help you make the most of it with Ford Mobile Service.
I'm giving you the oosh gosh, moosh gosh, Orlando. Whatever that shit that you said that Diddy did, Diddy gave you the oosh gosh, moosh gosh. Goulash. Anybody ever eat goulash on this motherfucker? We used to have to eat goulash every night because we was poor. So we used to have to eat this shit called goulash. It was some shit that my mom or my stepdad used to make that lasts. You know how when you so poor, you got to eat food that lasts? That's when you know you poor. Look, we got to eat spaghetti for 2 weeks straight because it lasts. Yo, it's 500 people in the building, guys. I need y'all to smash that like button. Now, I'm sorry. I need y'all. It's 500 people and only 100 likes. We got to get them likes up. YouTube got to know that y'all in here. That little button right there. Just hit that like button. You know what I mean? Because I'm fighting for Orlando. I'm surviving P. Diddy. Anybody that come out and say that they're an alleged victim, I'm fucking reporting on it. Because I'm fighting for them. I'm just like 50 Cent. I can't stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? In my P. Diddy's voice. So we got to give Orlando Brown the benefit of the doubt because he been talking about this shit. Orlando Brown said that Jay-Z and motherfucking Diddy was transgenders. Why would he say something like that if there's no truth to that? You know what I mean? The boy's been speaking out. He's been speaking the fuck out. Look at this shit.
It's real, okay? All these rappers and all of these big time, record executives and everybody that is there, they know I'm the baby of the industry that turned into a grown man, and I know exactly what's going on by my own hand. They know what's going on.
So he then was going to do this. You hear what he's saying? They know what's going on. They know what's going on. He was the baby of the industry. I bet you they wanted this boy to keep his pecker sucker shut. They probably been wanted Orlando Brown to keep his pecker sucker shut. Surviving Orlando Brown. No. Surviving P. Diddy. Because I believe Orlando. I'm not going to say Orlando's high right now. That he's smoking crack out of Pepsi cans. Because that's all they're going to say. P. Diddy, if this is true, okay, P. Diddy lawyers is going to tear Orlando a new asshole. A new butt cheek on that damn stand. Cross-examining him, saying you're high. You don't know what you were seeing in the industry. How? And then Usher, none of y'all, Justin Bieber, y'all ain't going to stand up for Orlando Brown. Y'all are still successful. Orlando Brown took a walk to the valley of the shadows of death. He was really out there in the streets in LA walking around, like I said, selling TVs and DVD players and shit like that. He really went off the ledge. All from survival and things that the young man saw and witnessed. I'm glad Orlando Brown is still alive. Surviving P. Diddy. I'm not going to lie. Because I thought that this boy was going to lose his life. I thought Orlando Brown was going to take his own or he was going to lose his life running around in the streets because he was so mentally messed up. Doing drugs. That's how the industry is. Like, this shit is crazy, man. But he was telling us right here. Literally.
It's real. Okay? All these rappers and all of these big time, record executives and everybody that is there, they know I'm the baby of the industry that turned into a grown man, and I know exactly what's going on by my own hand. They know what's going on. Speak the truth. And listen to what I'm saying and hold me accountable for it. When I tell you that Diddy is my auntie Yolanda and that my auntie Sean is Jay-Z.
He said that Diddy is his auntie LaShawn and Jay-Z is his auntie, whatever the hell name he just said. Why would he say that they were his aunties? You telling me that's not corruption? That's not corruption of a minor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how old he was when he was calling them auntie and he was calling them aunties. Not Uncle Jigga Man. Not Uncle Diddy. Not Uncle Puffy. He was calling them auntie. Surviving Jay-Z and surviving P. Diddy. Y'all made this boy allegedly call y'all auntie. And I'm not going to say Orlando Brown was saying this shit for no reason. Now, there's a lot of times when people speak a drunk mind or a cracked out mind speak a sober, y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Now, I done said shit when I was fucked up. You know what I mean? And I meant every word. It's just if I was, when I used to drink, you know what I mean? When I would say shit, it'll come out terrible when I'm drunk. But I still meant it. But if I said it to you sober, I'm going to say it to you in a more kind way. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. So y'all can't try to blame this on Orlando Brown. I don't want to hear nobody saying Orlando Brown is back smoking crack out of Pepsi and Mountain Dew cans. This has nothing to do with that. If the boy allegedly was corrupted and he feel like Diddy and Jay-Z or whoever is to blame, surviving P. Diddy. And shout out to Jaguar Wright Johnson. Salute to Jaguar Wright, guys. Everybody that's in the building, Miss Jaguar Wright just entered the building. He's been serious. His antics kept him alive. Wow. Salute to Miss Jaguar Wright, y'all. She is in the building. And y'all know Jaguar been speaking about this shit for the longest. Everything that woman said has been coming to light. Been coming to light. Like Rihanna. Shine bright tonight, beautiful like Jaguar, right? I do high, you and I, beautiful like Miss Jaguar, right? Jaguar Wright been talking about this shit, guys. We are literally surviving P. Diddy. And that's another woman that witnessed shit, that exposed shit, and they wanted to keep her mouth shut. That's what they wanted to do. You know what I mean? That's salute to her. And you can go click on that. That's the real her. You know what I mean? That's my homie. We both from Philadelphia. You know what I'm talking about? But we got almost 700 people in the building, guys. Y'all got to smash that like button. Like I said, this is allegedly. Okay? I don't know if that's the real Orlando Brown on Twitter. On Twitter, saying that he's filing or he filed, either which one, a corruption of a minor lawsuit on Diddy. You know what I mean? And he mentioned some shit about having to paint Diddy's nipples, all kinds of weird jaw-dropping shit that's supposed to be in Orlando Brown's joint. And I know they're going to say he high. But why did Cassie say something about Diddy's nipples? A couple people mentioned Diddy's nipples. Surviving P. Diddy's nipples. That he couldn't get off unless you did some shit to his nipples, unless you touch his nipples, unless you pinch his nipples. He's on point if he's talking about Diddy's nipples. You know what I mean? The boy is speaking out, guys. Prayers for Orlando Brown and the things that he may have had to went through. It's 700 people, guys. Y'all got to get them likes up. I would really appreciate that because YouTube got to know y'all in the building. YouTube got to know. You know what I mean?
It's real, okay? All these rappers and all of these big time, record executives and everybody that is there, they know I'm the baby of the industry that turned into a grown man, and I know exactly what's going on by my own hand. They know what's going on. Speak the truth. And listen to what I'm saying and hold me accountable for it. When I tell you that Diddy is my auntie Yolanda and that my auntie Sean is Jay-Z, hold me accountable for it. Hold me accountable for it. Because I can do more than prove it.
Wow. And he said he can do more than prove it. Hold me accountable because I can do more than prove it. So that's pretty much right there a threat in itself. So they probably been trying to silence this boy. Because the boy's saying that he can prove that Jay-Z is his auntie. And he can prove that Diddy his auntie. You know what I mean? Those are shots. Just like Cassie. When Cassie was saying to when Cassie was telling Diddy, look, just give me this certain amount of money and I'll get out your way. Or I'm not going to put this book out. Diddy pretty much was like, bitch, fuck out of here. I don't give a shit. What you talking about? And he didn't take that girl serious. And she proved to him, you got me fucking chopped and screwed. Now, if Diddy would have paid her, Orlando Brown wouldn't be coming out. Usher wouldn't be coming out. Justin Bieber wouldn't be coming out. One time, I'm going to tell you, one time. You know what I'm saying? You did this to yourself, P. Diddy. Surviving P. Diddy. Now you got 50 Cent ain't letting loose. Shout out to goddamn 50. Say you a gangster, but you never pop nothing. Say you a wankster, but you never shot nothing. Go to the dealership, but you never copping nothing. You been hanging at Diddy's house and you ain't damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the hell happened to Orlando? He was hanging out with Diddy, allegedly, hanging out with other stars, seeing real sick shit, and it messed his whole mind up, got him on all kinds of drugs, and Orlando lost it. But we can't just look at the fact that the boy had a habit. We know a lot of people in our family and friends that's been on drugs. Broke motherfuckers. They ain't had no money to even afford the crack. That was selling head, giving head behind a trash can just to get some crack. You know what I mean? Giving head behind a goddamn trash can just to get some of that shit. Orlando Brown had money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say he gave head to get crack. That'll be real messed up. Like I said, y'all cannot blame drugs on if Orlando Brown, if he really did this and really going through with this, Orlando, I appreciate your courage and your bravery and your bravery for you to come out and not be afraid, because we all with you. It's almost 1,000 people in here. Orlando, we're standing up for you. We know you've been crying out. Orlando, I can hear your heart. I can hear your heart crying out for Diddy. I can hear your heart. You know what I mean? You're crying out, Orlando, and you've been wanting to say shit for the longest. You know what I mean? Especially if the man that gave you the ooshkosh mooshkosh. That's a whole different kind of sex. The ooshkosh mooshkosh. What type of shit is that? And it probably make you come fast as shit too. Probably make you come real fast. Damn, I done had some ooshkosh. God damn, my toes done curled up. What kind of sex is that? You know what I mean? Like, it's just devastating that this boy been speaking out about this for the longest, and all they've been doing is saying that the boy is just ranting. And no, man, that boy been saying this shit for a reason.
How are you, my mother and my wife's baby daddy? I'm not gonna go there with you, Snoop Doggy Dog. Okay, you better check these facts, baby. Check these facts, baby. I've been around a long time, baby. Take that, take that. I've been around a long time, baby. I got.
And he's so traumatized. He's talking about Snoop Dogg right now, but then at the same time he's snapping his fingers, talking about take that, take that, take that. He's so mentally traumatized. He's under P. Diddy's spell, surviving P. Diddy. You know what I mean? Love your channel, Jamil. You are hella funny. Thank you, Miss Dice. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you so much. So much. Miss Dice just hit that super chat, guys. And I need y'all to smash that like button. Orlando Brown has to know that he has supporters. Like, all jokes aside, like, he's a grown man now, so I can kind of like bring humor to this, because I'm not making fun of if he went through something as a kid. He did not say that Diddy sexually assaulted him. Now, he may say that inside of the lawsuit, but he did not say that. He said corruption of a minor. Because I be having people trying to cuss me out. Like, yeah, you funny, but why you making fun of what happened to when he was a kid? Why you making fun of his pain? How do you even know what his pain was? Surviving the comments. Surviving YouTube comments. I'll be surviving YouTube comments. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be trying to act like I ain't supposed to act like myself. I'll be acting like myself. This ain't a goddamn act. This how I really am. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, he didn't say Diddy assaulted him sexually. That may come out moving forward. But allegedly on Twitter, the boy said he filed a corruption of a minor lawsuit. He could have been playing around. I don't know. He might be trolling. He might be trying to get his career back. He might feel like Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg and all these people and Diddy messed his career up. So he like, fuck it. Everybody else taking Diddy down right now. Why not? Why not come out with the ooshkosh mooshkosh? You know what I mean? Who knows? He survived. It's all about survival. The boy that went to jail, got beat up by his cousin, live in front of everybody. Orlando Brown went through a lot of shit, guys. He had got cat eyes. Y'all remember the Michael Jackson, what was it? It's close to midnight and something starting to act real strange. It's out to get you. What is that, John? She started to scream, and then I saw P. Diddy in my eyes. He looked me by the side. All right, Thriller. Matter of fact, Thriller night. We fighting for our life as we survive. Diddy. Tonight is Diddy. All right, okay, I'm sorry. I just went somewhere else. All right, but Thriller. Orlando Brown had the cat eyes like Thriller. This is a grown man child. He had the damn cat eyes. You telling me ain't nothing wrong with him or he ain't been corrupted as a minor? That behavior that he did, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy that we've been watching. The boy has been corrupted all this time. You know what I mean? So at least this makes us feel better that, all right, when Orlando was doing these things and taking pills, getting locked up on camera, getting put out of houses and shit, you know what I mean? After being a Nickelodeon star, that's like we drop our kids off at Nickelodeon and we just swear that they're going to become so great and da-da-da, and then our kids turn out to be an Orlando Brown. You know what I mean? And we don't know how it happened. But we already been hearing it's a lot of spooky, weird shit that's been going on in the industry. You know what I mean? We still don't know if Tyler Perry, if that yellow boy was talking about Tyler Perry yet. We still don't know who those billionaires was. But those same billionaires, I guarantee you, rubbed shoulders with Orlando Brown. Had to rub shoulders with Orlando Brown. You know what I mean? We got 800 people in the building, guys. We are surviving P. Diddy. This is pure survival. You two got to know y'all in the building. So I need y'all to smash that like button. It should be the same amount of likes that's in the building. It's 800 people. Look, I got potato chips coming out my mouth. Y'all got to hit the like button just for potato chips. If you ain't going to give me a like, hit the like button for the potato chips starting to fly out my mouth. This is Thriller night out this motherfucker. This is Diddy's night. Orlando, I believe you, dude. I believe everything.
Okay, they closed the case, of course. Which there was nothing. There was no bruises or anything on anybody. You liar. How are you, my mother and my wife's baby daddy? I'm not gonna go there with you, Snoop Dogg. You don't.
How are you, my mother and my wife, baby dad? These are bizarre, some very, very horrific and bizarre things that's coming out of this boy's head. You know what I mean? Love Joy 87 just hit that super chat. Can we end the live with a good cry episode? Salute to you. I might start crying. I don't know. Thank you for that super chat, but I might burst out crying because this is sad. And it's all about survival. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy that he's an adult right now. Allegedly, he's supposed to went to rehab. So I don't think that he's doing this out of highness. I don't think that he's on a Molly Percocet represent. You gotta represent. I don't think that he's on a Molly Percocet. I don't think he's on ecstasy. I don't think he's on crack, heroin, or nothing. I really think that he's been just speaking out and he's so messed up in his head that, I don't know, the industry just tore him up real bad. You know what I'm saying? And Orlando, I believe you. And he cannot stop saying, take that. Why does the boy keep saying, take that? I fuck around and burst out crying behind this, man. We got 800 people in the building, guys. Smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. This is all about surviving P. Diddy over here, guys.
How are you, my mother and my wife's baby daddy? I'm not gonna go there with you, Snoop Doggy Dog. Okay, you better check these facts, baby. Check these facts, baby. I've been around a long time, baby. Take that, take that. I've been around a long time, baby. I got the work to prove it, baby. I was standing right next to him. I was smelling Shaquille O'Neal's hair. Oh, excuse me, he's bald. Smacked him right upside the head. He put me on his shoulders. At the Nickelodeon event, he put me on his shoulders. He came out of a monster truck, and we all thought it was the coolest thing ever. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal. And he knew me because I was getting it in. You know. I was well known, you know, especially for Major Payne. So who did he pick up and put on his shoulders? Little Tiger. The whole industry's involved.
To see this talent go to waste. The boy is exposing the industry. The whole time we sat there and we laughed at Orlando. We didn't know he was making songs. He even was talking about Shaquille O'Neal. He was around these people as a kid. We survived P. Diddy. Pamela Gleamer. Salute to Pamela Gleamer as him just hit that super chat. are here for you. We believe you. It's all about survival. Thank you for messaging the lyrics to the song now. When I listen to some songs, I can hear your voice. We surviving P. Diddy.
Don't go to jail. Go to jail. Can't go to jail. Can't go to jail. Can't go to jail. Jail. Can't go to jail. Can't go to jail. Can't go to jail. You understand me? You know, I seen a few people, you know what I'm saying? That was skinny and then got fat. You know what I'm saying? They was real skinny and cutting lean. You know, cutting lean, man. Like Nia Long. You know Nia Long? Remember when she was running in Friday and she was all ripped up?
And Orlando Brown is just, putting everybody in it. You know what I mean? And throwing everybody under the bus. And I'm not mad at Orlando Brown. It's just crazy after watching all of this talent, all of this That's So Raven talent, this Nickelodeon boy turn out like this. And we all just sit there, like I said, some people laugh, some people prayed, you know what I mean? But not knowing that in that industry, the boy went through some shit. And he's literally saying people's name and shit, but not trying to say their name, like say what they done. But he's connecting the dots, guys. Orlando Brown is connecting the dots. Love Joy, thank you so much for that super chat. Love Joy in the goddamn building. And we got 900 people in the building, damn near. Can you guys hit that like button? We got to let Orlando Brown know, because I'm telling y'all the truth. Orlando Brown is probably watching this. If he ain't in no rehab, because the last I heard, he was in a rehab. That's why I didn't believe the tweet. People kept saying, you need to talk about Orlando Brown. Talk about Orlando Brown surviving P. Diddy. I'm like, okay, well, I ain't heard nothing from the boy. Ever since the boy came home from jail, he's supposed to went to a recovery center. You know what I mean? There's like, no, go on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. Then they sent me the screenshot because I never got up there. And it said Orlando Brown files corruption of a minor lawsuit against Diddy. I don't know if it was a fake account or I don't know if it was him just ranting, because I know that that's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say to the Monaco side. Salute to Lonnie, one love in the building. And salute to everybody in the building, guys. We are surviving P. Diddy over here. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta believe in Orlando. We gotta believe, you know what I mean? It's just too many people that's been messed up in the industry. You know what I mean? Look at Lil' Kim. Shout out to Lil' Kim. Love you dearly. You know what I mean? I got no time for fake ones. Just sip some Cristal with some real ones. From east to west coast, spread love, nigga. And while you, hey, hi mama, Miss Kibana. Used to rock Cabana, sometimes Cabana. You know what I'm talking about now? Lil' Kim looked like LaToya Jackson. That's how crazy the industry is. I remember the first Lil' Kim. Now she looks a little like a Jackson. She look like LaToya Jackson right now. Love you dearly, Lil' Kim. But it's the industry that then turned people around. They got motherfuckers looking like this and acting like this. You know what I mean? You got to understand, they were young coming in the industry. You know what I mean? Look at Lil Wayne's face. Lil Wayne's face swelled up. Lil Wayne's face looked like a goddamn Goodyear blimp. His shit looked like he could just put a string on him. The motherfucker just go in the air. His whole face, it looked like Ninja Turtle at the bottom. You can see this part, but then it's all Ninja Turtle at this part. Y'all know how the turtle shit go around. Lil Wayne. You can't tell me that Birdman kissed you so many times that your fucking cheeks swelled up. It's the industry, guys. This is pure survival. Now, we are surviving P. Diddy, but we're also surviving the industry. And I cut my own goddamn hair, too, for the motherfuckers that want to know. I just got done doing that, motherfucker. I cut my own shit. I be trying to save money out this motherfucker. But y'all just hit that super chat, you know what I mean? So y'all pretty much gave me some money so I can get me a haircut. You know, right now, I don't need a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Kim Young Lee. That's just crazy, man. Pure survival, man. Orlando's been speaking out, though, guys. And we got to give it up to him, man. Shout out to the 900 people in the building. You know what I mean? Continue to smash that like button. We are surviving P. Diddy. If you're new to the channel, like I said, you definitely want to subscribe. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like a braggadocious person, but I'm like one of the motherfuckers that I know I'm funny. Like I know I'm a silly motherfucker. I've been this way for 41 years. My whole life. Like if a motherfucker ever say, that was something that people would try to say to me if they were mad at me or want to try to hurt my feelings. My whole life. If a motherfucker got mad at me, they'd be like, well, fuck you, Jamil. That's why you're not funny. You know what I mean? And when you're really saying the opposite, that's why you're not funny. You know what I mean? Or if you got a woman that try to break your heart and she'll be like, that's why you ain't got no good penis. Your pecker's terrible. You know what I mean? That's why your shit this little. Eeny, weeny, beanie, weeny. Shit that little short. Man, don't want. You know, trying to say some hurtful shit. Anything that you could have said, I knew that shit was false. You mean the opposite, goddammit. But Orlando Brown, man, we are praying for you, dude. You know what I mean? If you really doing this, I want you to go the whole way, dude. Don't be half-stepping. Go the whole way. Because you've been surviving P. Diddy and the whole industry for the longest.
You know? Now she like short and fat and built like Diddy, I mean, a little bit. I don't know if y'all recognize, but yeah, like Nia Long went from being skinny and nice and mini and, you know, ripped up like Janet Jackson at the stomach. You know what I'm saying? Then we watch her in that new show she did where when they killed Tay Diggs off, you know, and they I synced it. You know, that ain't Nia Long, man. That thing inside that Nia Long's body, that's Idi Amin, man. A thick man, a hungry man, a burning man, pissed off man, came back from the dead man. You know, I be trying my best as this is to be, you know, cordial with this stuff. But you got to understand, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it, man. Pick it up fast, baby. I keep telling y'all, man. Diddy is Prince, and Prince is Harriet Tubman.
Wow. The boy said that P. Diddy is Prince. I'm talking about, and Harry, what did he say? Diddy is Prince. Hold the fuck up. Look, this is the corruption right here. If he's going through with corruption of a minor, do you hear what he just called Diddy? He called him Prince. Oh, hold up. I gotta hear that shit again. What you say?
I keep telling y'all, man. Diddy is Prince, and Prince is Harriet Tubman.
Wow. Diddy is Prince, and Prince is Harriet Tubman. Purple rain, little red Corvette. I don't know what's going on. If Orlando Brown is mentally in a red Corvette flying down Crack Street, or he up in Kensington in Philly. If you know Philadelphia, you know Kensington, you can look it up on YouTube. If you've never been to Kensington before, you don't want to get lost down that motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's Nightmare on Crack Street. You know what I mean? But Orlando does not look high right here. He looks like, his mind is definitely thrown for sure. And I don't blame him. If he's seen so many mind-blowing, heart-wrenching things in the industry that it messed him up in the head, I'm not going to judge him for that. The boy done had the oosh-gosh goulash. Diddy allegedly gave him the oosh-gosh goulash. You know, surviving P. Diddy. And that's just crazy. The boy had the oosh-gosh woosh-gosh. Y'all tell me what the fuck that means. This is pure survival, guys.
Is to be, you know, cordial with this stuff. But you got to understand, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it, man. Pick it up fast, baby. I keep telling y'all, man. Diddy is Prince, and Prince is Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying? Get it together, man. Get it together.
We gotta believe this boy, man. We really, really do. Orlando, if you watching, I'm praying for you, dude. And you know, you gotta just continue to have the courage to go all the way. I don't know if you're allegedly doing this for money. I don't know if you're high. I don't know, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because I know that the Diddy's lawyers and shit, they'll tear you up at cross examination. They're gonna pull all of this out and they're gonna make it and say that you're delusional. Everybody's been saying Orlando Brown has been delusional for a very long goddamn time. I'm not going to say that the boys are delusional. The boy had the ooshkosh smooshkosh. And that's what you need to tell your lawyer, Orlando. Orlando Brown, if you're really going through with a corruption of a minor, tell the judge, Your Honor, I had the ooshkosh mooshkosh. And I guarantee you the judge's going to be looking like, what the fuck is the gooshkosh gooshkosh? And it's going to sound so horrific for a judge to hear that you had to deal with the ooshkosh mooshkosh goulash. Who knows how old you was when you had the gooshkosh gooshkosh? And this is probably why you so throwed off right now. You know what I mean? Nobody that's in my chat, is 1,000 people watching right now, and nobody on this chat can say that they had the ooshkosh goulash. I had goulash growing up. I told y'all that. That's something from poor black community, you know, where I come from. We ate goulash because it lasts long. And it was called goulash. I've never had the ooshkosh goulash. That's some old other shit right there. That's a different kind of meal. That's a different kind of sexual meal. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't know, you know, but Orlando sounds pretty convincing. And he threw you in it too, Jay-Z. Like, I can't get over that. He said that, y'all, this
shit. It's real, okay? All these rappers and all of these big time, you know, record executives and everybody that is there, they know I'm the baby of the industry that turned into a grown man, and I know exactly what's going on by my own hand. They know what's going on. Speak the truth. And listen to what I'm saying and hold me accountable for it. When I tell you that Diddy is my auntie Yolanda and that my auntie Sean is Jay-Z, oh, hold me accountable for it. Hold me accountable for it. Because I can do more than prove it.
Y'all gotta believe and hold him accountable for it. Like he's saying he can do more than prove that. Orlando, you just gotta be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that the feds is definitely watching, you know, very closely with Diddy right now. So I don't think he'll be able to blow up your bicycle or anything like that right now. But just for future reference, if you go through with this shit, you know what I mean? I would never want to see that you had to get ooshkosh gooshkosh again. That just sounds so heart-wrenching and jaw-dropping just to know you went through the ooshkosh mooshkosh. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Salute to the 1,000 people in the building. Smash that like button. We are surviving P. Diddy. If y'all
new pepperoni
share this video to 50
the best
Cent.
thing since bacon
Share
and
this
jalapeno
video
stuffed cheesy
to
bread.
50 Cent. So he know that I'm surviving with him.
Man, look.
Orlando, I believe you, dude.
I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkosh gooshkosh. You gave me the ooshkosh muaf.
Look, he said Diddy gave him, I know y'all heard this, the ooshkosh goulash. This is crazy.
I mean, yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshkosh gooshkosh. You gave me the ooshkosh muaf. The smoosh smash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean? No, man, look. I love Diddy, bro. Like, I'm a big Puffy fan, bro. And, like, the way he boss up, the way he do things, bro. Oshkosh, skumash, diggity, diggity, dumash.
Look, Oshkosh, goulash, diggity, diggity, 2 times. Or whatever the fuck he said. You know what I mean? He said Oshkosh, goulash, diggity, dig, finesse 2 times. Or something he said. But that's just crazy that the boy never got over the Oshkosh, goulash. You know what I'm saying? And Orlando keep talking about Diddy for some reason. So if he allegedly going through with this corruption of a minor joint, I'm not surprised. He had the Oshkosh goulash, the finesse 2 times or whatever. That's crazy.
Like, the way he boss up, the way he do things, bro. Oshkosh, skumash, diggity, diggity, dumash.
Y'all, these Diddy allegations are getting more disturbing by the minute. And now rumors are flying around that Diddy did something to Orlando Brown that left him broken and traumatized. Now, Orlando has been seemingly trying to expose the industry, especially the alleged club of male predators who are on the DL and who prey on young boys and men. But because of Orlando's long history of substance use and his unhinged behavior, no one really took him seriously. But now that Diddy is being accused of all kinds of vile things from ritual SA to trafficking, folks are saying Orlando has been trying to tell us about Diddy this whole time.
See, and I was another one of them people. I was another one of them people not believing Orlando Brown. Every time Orlando Brown spoke, I was like, look, the boy is mentally disturbed. I'm not paying this motherfucker no mind. He could take his Ashmash Gooslash finesse two time the fuck over there. I was ignoring Orlando when he was really just crying out. You know what I mean? He was really crying out because you got to think when he was a young boy, when he was a dumb young reggae young boy, it was nothing he could do about it. You know what I mean? Now he's been trying to speak out and it's just been sounding crazy as a motherfucker coming out his mouth. Pure survival. Pure survival. Salute to everybody in the building, guys. We might as well get our likes up to 1,000. YouTube know that we are in the building, god damn it.
And now rumors are flying around that Diddy did something to Orlando Brown that left him broken and traumatized. Now, Orlando has been seemingly trying to expose the industry, especially the alleged club of male predators who are on the DL and who prey on young boys and men. But because of Orlando's long history of substance use and his unhinged behavior, no one really took him seriously. But now that Diddy is being accused of all kinds of vile things from ritual SA to trafficking, folks are saying Orlando has been trying to tell us about Diddy this whole time. So what really happened to Orlando Brown that made him like this? Was he really a victim of industry predators? Let's get into it.
So, you ever heard of Panda? Like I was telling you, Panda. So you got Panda is a secret code for a certain
Panda. I got balls in the liner.
Certain thing. And so when it comes down to that certain thing, it's so what it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal. You can turn a person into whatever you want them to be if you just hold them down.
Former Disney child star Orlando Brown is out here shedding light on the dark side of the music and movie industries, and he's spilling the tea on how Diddy is allegedly part of a much bigger club of DL predators in Hollywood. Now, before I go into what Orlando said about these predators and what Diddy allegedly did to him, I want to talk about this celebrity medium.
And that's why, like I said, I had to do my homework first. And I researched this. I said, if Orlando Brown allegedly filing a corruption of a minor lawsuit or filed one on Diddy, I need to see some shit to lead up to it. I know he been acting crazy and wild and bizarre. But once I saw this, and that one lady came out in the industry talking about what they've been going through, like as child stars, that's when I said, okay, this was coming. This was coming. I'm coming. This was coming. You know what I'm saying? This was definitely coming. They was talking about how many lawsuits was coming out. So I'm not surprised. I just hope Orlando go through with it. If he really a victim and he feel like he was corrupted and it turning out to be like in the space that he is, he need to go through with it. Salute to the 1,000 people in the building. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. You know what I mean? It's pure survival over here. You got to put on your bulletproof butt cheek holder to survive P. Diddy over here. You got to have a bulletproof butt cheek. You know what I'm saying? To survive P. Diddy over here.
Sloan Bella, who recently went viral after claiming that a lot of these industry men SA young boys as a way of harvesting their energy. And look, I know this may sound a little bit out there, but we really can't put anything past Hollywood at this point. So Sloan Bella claimed that Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, witnessed some type of disturbing rituals involving children at Diddy's parties. And she was allegedly planning to expose this in her book.
They are dumbing it down to the fact that they think that P. Diddy is on some kind of spree for removing people who speak about this because he's gay. That is not the issue. I want you to hear me. That's one thing, and he may have his own shame about that, and it may be culturally not right for him, whatever. Get in line in society. That is not what this is. It's not a book about him being gay. He may have had gays. There are...
Wow. So this woman,
15 pounds, 15 weeks,
this
15
woman
pounds,
been
15
coming out
weeks,
saying
15 pounds, 15 weeks, 15 pounds,
it's too
15
many
weeks.
people. It's too many people coming out saying the same thing. It's too many.
This
I'm
holiday
sorry,
season,
Diddy.
Faulkner
I usually give you
Automotive
the
is
benefit
helping
of
to
the
bring
doubt, but if Orlando Brown
Are
is
gay.
really going to do this, I believe this shit. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill the messenger. You know what I'm saying? And everybody still think I'm mad because P. Diddy got my food stamps turned off this year. You know what I mean? And I told you I wasn't going to bring it up no more. I forgave him. I forgave the welfare office. Even when I called, I said, damn, who did he hire to make a power move like that to get my food stamps turned off? I was able to get hot food with my card and everything. You know what I mean? I didn't have to just get cold shit. I had to connect to be able to eat hot shit with my food stamps. Surviving P. Diddy. But I'm over that. I'm not mad about it no more. But the Ooshka Smoosh, that's something serious. That's something serious.
To expose this in her book.
And they are dumbing it down to the fact that they think that P. Diddy is on some kind of spree for removing people who speak about this because he's gay. That is not the issue. I want you to hear me. That's one thing, and he may have his own shame about that, and it may be culturally not right for him, whatever. Get in line in society. That is not what this is. It's not a book about him being gay. He may have had gays. There are gay people, but what we're talking about here is ritualistic sexual deviancy used to harness energy of a human being. We are being harnessed, not me, not you, but the people that he's dealing with. And she became privy to this. She witnessed this. We are talking about the ritualizing, aggression directed at young children, mainly male, in order to harness their energy.
Sloan Bella also mentioned Justin Bieber as someone who might have been a victim of these rituals. And as you probably know, a lot of disturbing rumors have been circulating lately about Diddy and Justin Bieber.
Hey, young brother, everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you tried to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot, but you never really got my number, so
Okay. Yeah.
Now, going back to Orlando Brown, he's really been through a lot in his life. Like
the horror that these young boys went through, man. Like, I'm sorry, I had to pause just now, guys. Just thinking about the Ooshkosh School Slash finesse 2 times. Like, that's just crazy, man. Pure survival. Salute to the 1,000 people in the building, man. Smash that like button. We are surviving P. Diddy. And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Because we survive over here, but we find humor out of the bad. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with that my whole entire life. I was always able to find comedy out of the worst things that I ever could have been through. You know what I mean? When I was in the state penitentiary, in state prison, you know what I'm saying? I still was the same OG. You know, I found comedy in there. And I definitely found so much comedy in prison 4.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the funniest shit ever. You know, I had one dude that was so religious, he tried to tell me, he grabbed my hand talking about, look, you shouldn't be masturbating. That I'm like, motherfucker, if you don't let my hand go, what you mean I shouldn't be masturbating? You know what I mean? But when you was in the streets shooting and robbing and killing motherfuckers, that was cool. But me to sit here and beat my own motherfucking pecker until I go home, this is a sin. Like, you'll meet dudes like that in jail or try to tell you like they'll pretend that they're holy and then thou. Talking about I shouldn't be motherfucking baiting. It's called getting money. I shouldn't be up this motherfucker getting money. You know what I mean? What should I be? In somebody's cell, one of them boys' cell, getting head? Up there motherfucker talking about I was getting some head. Getting some head. Getting some head. You know what I mean? And then come home and pretend like wasn't nothing like that going on. No, I was beating my own motherfucking joint. I'm talking about me and my pecker got in many fights in prison. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, try to tell me I shouldn't do that. That's a sin. But everything that we done did to come to prison, was that a sin, motherfucker? You know, God should strike your ass down right now for telling me not to choke my chicken. But this is just crazy, man. And this is horrific and it's jaw-dropping that Orlando Brown had experienced these these things in the industry. You know, I'm so disappointed from all the things I've been hearing about the industry. Okay? At first, when I came to survive P. Diddy, it was all comedic. Then it started to get serious. I told y'all when my stamps got turned off. And then I became scorned. I became like a woman scorned. I became like a comedian scorned out this motherfucker. I was a YouTube comic scorn. So anything that comes out against that motherfucker, I'm reacting to the shit. Surviving P. Diddy. You know what I mean? But Orlando, you're in my prayers, dude. You are really in my prayers. I'm not going to let nobody say Orlando Brown is out smoking crack out of Pepsi cans again. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to let them say that, Orlando. Even if you were high, so what? You speaking out. You had the goose mash, goose lash, finesse tooth time. That's crazy.
Some serious personal issues that have had fans fearing for his well-being. But despite all that, Orlando recently started dropping truth bombs about all the messed up stuff he saw as a young actor. And while some people think he's not all there mentally and they're brushing off what he's saying, others think he might be playing it off and acting like he's not okay just to stay safe and not get taken out. But let me give you some context first. In the early 2000s, Orlando was one of the most popular faces on Disney, and from 2001 to 2007, he was juggling not one, but 3 Disney gigs at once: The Proud Family, Fillmore, and That's So Raven. Born in 1987 in LA, Orlando was just 8 years old when he stepped into the acting game, hitting the screens in Major Payne alongside Damon Wayans. And once he hopped on the Disney train in the early 2000s, he blew up so quickly, snagging hearts left and right, especially with his role as Eddie Thomas in That's So Raven. That's So Raven was Disney's crown jewel, smashing records and making history as the first Disney series to hit that 100 episode mark. But once the cast started growing up, Disney pulled the plug in November 2007. And after that, Orlando switched gears, aiming for that music career. But as soon as he stepped away from Disney, it's like everything took a nosedive. That same year that So Raven went off the air, Orlando was arrested in Houston and caught a misdemeanor charge for carrying weed. He was released on bond shortly after that, but that was just the tip of the iceberg for his struggles. Orlando's music career never really took off, and he stayed caught up in legal messes. Around 2011, he was arrested again for DUI in Hollywood, and by this point, it was clear that Orlando was deep in it and dealing with some heavy substance problems. Less than 2 years later, Orlando was...
The boy was spiraling out of control, man. The boy was spiraling out of control. You know what I mean? And if nobody cares, Orlando, I care. You know, you're the one who got the oosh mas gustas finesse tooth time. You know, nobody knows what that's like. You know what I'm saying? P. Diddy, surviving P. Diddy got me smoking cigarettes. When did y'all see me smoke a cigarette on live? This is stressing me out. Surviving P. Diddy. That Orlando Brown went through this horror. And this is why he became That's So Raven, That's So Crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we're surviving P. Diddy. Orlando Brown, if you're really going through with this dude, you got my support. You know what I mean? You have my support. Like I said, this is allegedly that Orlando Brown, I don't know if he's trolling. I don't know if he filed or if he's really going to file. But y'all know I'm going to bring it to y'all as we continue each and every day until the rest of the year. Surviving P. Diddy.